up, honey love? What's up, girl? What's up, love, honey love? I see you. What you doing, real Sonya? What's up, Sonya? Fat mama Sonya. What's up, fat mama Sonya? What's up, fat mama Sonya? What's up, Mayday? Lord Mayday. What's up, boy? What's up, Lord Mayday? What's up, my boy Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? It's my big boy, Doc. What you say?
All right. Welcome back to another week, another episode of Game Dog Talk. Back in the building for some good Game Dog Talk with Mr. Richard Garcia. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. How you been?
Real good. You know, week went by quick, man.
It did, man. It did. In fact, right before it was, I set my alarm clock, but right before I woke up, I was having a dream about old dog guys and stuff. But yeah, the week went by fast, man.
Yeah. I like it like that, though. Shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go by quick. It's crazy, though. You know what I mean? Back when I used to work jobs and shit, the fucking week used to take forever to get by and shit.
Take forever. The day take forever, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now it's faster. When you get older, you don't want it to go by so quick sometimes, you know?
Right. Yeah, let it ride for a little while.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You start looking at the end. Oh shit. You know.
Yeah. You scroll up, do a quick roll call, see what we got in the building. Soul Power, what's up, man? Kendrick Kennels, what it do, family? City Boy Kennels, salute, man. Roll Up, salute. Tony Gardner. Miami Snoopy 305 in the building. AJ, the brother Live Life Real, salute. Kevin Bacon up in here. What's that? J-Mo, salute. We got Mike Lee.
Hey, Mike.
Derek Morris. We got Joe Houston, Larry B. Austin. Walking down around Big Stepping in the building.
Ram.
Let me see here. Dog Man RT. BFS Kennels. Mark Casey. AJ in the building. James Summers. Mighty Stonewall Farms. Salute. Let's see who we got here. Dead Game Boxing. We got Anna Israel. Salute. Young World. The Lovely Brown. Sugar Tate Brown in here. Salute. Nicholas Bronson. Bank Statement Kennels. What's happening, man? Von C. Oh, man, just skipped on me. Somebody must have sent a super chat. Yeah. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Let's see here. Jermaine Bean in the super chat. Much love, much appreciation, fam. He says, 78 real quick. My pit lost maybe 12 pounds. Not sure if it's tapeworms or what. What should I give him to put the weight back on? How long has it been? How rapid was the process of him losing weight? I would, check into maybe deworming him or something like that, and see if that's the issue. But if it's, if you change the diet, has there been a change in the diet? You know what I mean? But your best bet is always to just take your dog to the vet. Take it to the vet, man. I mean, what's up, Ram, in the building?
What's happening? How y'all doing today? What up, Mr. Garcia?
Hey, how you doing, Ram? I'm good, thanks.
All right, on. Hell yeah. I'm pretty good, too. What we cooking on? Oh, you was answering that question right there, bro?
Yeah. I was telling him to take it to the vet, man. I would try to deworm him first and see if that's an issue. Look at how you've been feeding them. If there's been any change in the diet, anything like that or whatever. 12 pounds is a lot of weight, man. If you ain't trying to, you ain't trying to lose weight on purpose. So that's a lot of weight to just be losing. I would just take him to the vet, man, and
Yeah, get some blood work done. Make sure he don't got a blood infection too. That's curbing his appetite. Check his pH balance as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Anything on that, Mr. Garcia?
Yeah, all what you said. Plus, if you want to put on weight rapidly, you can give them. I use a product called NutriCal. Mm-hmm. It's for that, and add some extra fat.
Yeah.
I use beef tallow. You can use, fish oil and stuff like that.
Right. Yes, indeed.
Some rice.
Smash the like button. The lights all the way up, ladies and gentlemen. Get the lights all the way up. Yeah, we got a good show tonight. Some good questions, some stuff to build on. First question of the day is, what are our thoughts on anti-pit bull laws? This will be an easy one. Let's start with you, Mr. Garcia. Your thoughts on or breed-specific laws? Yeah,
they're prejudiced. They're prejudiced in the fact that this actually helps because they put all whatever called bull breeds into one category, So, bullies and Rottweilers and Mastiffs and all that. So it'd be hard. It's hard in a lot of places to ban a breed because, it's hard to say what that breed is. According to them, not to us. It's easy for us. We know the difference. But right. the entities, it's hard to say. That's a pit bull. They're all pit bulls and all like that. But they're prejudiced in the fact that they want to ban a breed for a few dogs' bad behavior, and all the misinformation and outright lies that are put out about the breed. There's, like I mentioned before, most pit bulls are good with people. They're one of the best breeds with people, and especially kids. Right. But you have some bad apples, just like in any breed, all the way from a Chihuahua to a Cane Corso, little dogs to big dogs. All of them can be prone to human aggression, some more dangerous than others because of their size or whatever it is they do, but yeah, I don't like them. You shouldn't have them. It's good because some of them laws have been repealed in different cities too,
right?
Because they do see there's prejudice in it. You can't blame one particular breed for something that all breeds have in it. You'd have to ban dogs altogether,
Absolutely. Salute to Dirt Road Kennels in the super chat, coming through showing love. I appreciate that, man. Much love and much appreciation. Welcome down, Ram. What's your thoughts on? Oh, Ram, just yeah, connection issues. Yeah, my thoughts on the pit bull laws, breed specific laws. Let's see, Ram, you there?
Yeah, motherfuckers keep calling me, man. Like everybody know Friday this time is my show. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Yeah, man. What's your thoughts on the breed specific laws?
Man, that's some bullshit, bro. Cause real game bred pit bulls bite way less people than any other dog running around, man. My mama got a Chihuahua right now that'll run you about the fucking house. Little mean son of a bitch. Ain't no legislation on that little motherfucker. That's all bullshit. We got motherfuckers who can vote and ain't got no felonies, man. We need y'all to stand up, bro, for that shit. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, get on their ass, cause all three of us up here, we part of the felon club, homie. So, our votes is null and void. But everybody who not, man, we need y'all to stand up for that shit. We doing our part here every week, to keep the shit going. But we need y'all for real, man. No matter what state you in, you see something, say something. Fuck them fucking tree huggers and fur moms or whatever else adjective motherfuckers use to describe them hoes. Fuck them. For real, this our dog, bro. And it's only getting worse because we ain't saying nothing.
Right.
So, yeah, we need everybody to start standing up, man. You feel me? If you love this dog, shit, you want him to scratch, he needs you to scratch for him. You feel me? It's time to show your bulldog side. If you game, shit, scratch into them hoes, man. We got you.
Yes, indeed. Jermaine Bean, back in that super chat, salute, fam. Said apartments got that bad. Now they use no dog over 30 pounds. Yeah. A lot of apartments, they accept smaller breeds and shit like that. Easier to handle and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, I agree with what y'all said about the breed specific laws. I think that American Pit Bull Terrier owners got to be more proactive and paying attention to the laws and paying attention to different legislation that's trying to get passed. You know, you got to pay attention to this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And go out there and fight for this breed. You know what I mean? And that goes to what we were talking about. We're going to talk about later as far as positive images for the breed, stuff like that. You know, so we'll cook on it. Let's see here. Yeah, that's the next question. Ways to put a positive look on the American Pit Bull Terrier. So back to that, it's like you have to. This is my opinion. The American Pit Bull Terrier community, we understand that this breed is under attack. We understand that there are people out there who want to see these dogs killed, euthanized. They don't believe that these dogs should exist, right? If we know that, then we gotta be conscious of that shit, man. Like, you don't, like, people gotta stop with this, like, the constant negative bullshit image that people want to put out there. You know what I mean? It don't make you a fucking tough guy to post pictures and videos of your dog in some shitty ass yard, you know what I'm saying, surrounded by fucking mud and a pool of water, and he just, you know, growling, and that shit looks
Eating
stupid as
cat
fuck.
food, fucking spaghetti and shit. Like, what the fuck?
But yeah, but like, you don't need to do that kind of stuff to make people think, oh yeah, I'm down. I'm a real dog man. You know, I got an old country fucked up yard and shit like that. No, man, come into the modern times, get yourself some fucking kennel setups, get yourself some fucking concrete or something, clean your dogs up before you put them on camera or some shit like that, man. You know, like, just take some pride in the way that you are representing and displaying the fucking breed, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be showing your dogs all scarred the fuck up and shit. You know, dogs scarred up and shit, and people can't wait to put the picture online. Yeah, look at this. I'm real. You know, my dog's scarred up. You know, I'm out here doing shit. Yeah, well, shut the fuck up, man, before you get everybody locked the fuck up. You know, get yourself locked up. You know what I mean? It's just so fucking stupid. You know what I mean? But that's my opinion on that part, at least. You know, more positive, more positive images. And when you see people who are showing positive images, you know what I'm saying, of the dogs, leave people the fuck alone. Like, stop harassing the fuck out of people. Oh, well, yeah, this person don't got no, how them dogs ain't proven, and them dogs ain't this and that. You don't know what the fuck nobody doing on the yard. What somebody show you on camera, if it's clean, that's what the fuck it's supposed to look like. It ain't supposed to look like no ignorant shit, you know what I mean, to get them locked the fuck up and everybody else investigated. That's not what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look clean, nice and fucking neat. You know what I'm saying? And if you disagree with that, then you probably the fucking police or some shit, or you ignorant. Well, how you feel about that, Mr. Garcia?
Yeah, all that what you said. And as far as, you know, positive images, one of the good things that doing confirmation shows does is do that. You know, shows them in a positive light, shows that you're doing something. You can do the legal sports. You know, another thing, I have a couple of buddies, you know, especially with dogs that you know are good, that can be are good socially with other animals or in crowds. You know, I had a couple of buddies, they would take them to old folks homes. They take them to you know, hospitals if the hospital allowed it, you know, where kids are sick, things like that. Even one guy, he put his in a parade, you know, something like that. You know, and you can't do that with all dogs, you know, but you can do that with some dogs. And if you have one like that, you know, you can be proactive in your community that way. You know, they ain't gonna get rid of your dog if the community knows you take it to old folks' homes and let old people, sick people pet on them, and the dogs understand. They're good that way, you know. And like you said, you know, before you put anything online, pay attention. Pay attention what's in the background when you're taking the picture, you know, and pay attention. I mean, you could be a hog hunter and your dog could have scars from that, but people ain't gonna know the difference. Even if you say, you know, he's a hog hunting dog, some people ain't gonna believe you, you know. So don't put that dog, put another one, put a puppy. Show the puppies fat and healthy rather than thin and look like they've been worked and stuff like that, which is something stupid to do anyway. You shouldn't be working your pup. You know, it's good to exercise them, get them out and about, but not condition them. I don't know where people got that from. You know, that's just a detriment to their health and their bones, ligaments, and all that stuff. But I do know some people, very few, that do things like that. Another friend of mine, she's a trainer. She trains all kinds of dogs, including pit bulls. She has them all together. You know, they all behave and go through their obedience training and whatnot, you know. And, you know, she teaches people how to house train them and obedience train them, you know, even weight pull training and stuff like that. Just a real positive person, you know.
Right. Yeah. What do you say, Ram? For positive images of the breed.
Man, I totally agree with what both of y'all said. And I add on, you know, if you got children, have your children, you know, hold the dogs, take pictures with them or videos of them, you know, handling the dog, walking the dog. Like my daughter, she just turned 5, but I gave her a pup, you know, before she was a year old, and she raised the dog. You know, the dog is 5 and she's 5, and she could handle it and everything, walk it by herself, and the dog won't just take off chasing the cat, none of that, you know. And the dog, you know, is the sister to a champion, off a winner and a good producing mom. So it's not the blood, it's just, you know, that's a real calm dog. She real, you know, easy to get along with. So that's a positive light, you know, when my daughter walking down the street with her dog, and I could walk, you know, down the street with my dog, which is her nephew, you know, and they ain't trying to kill each other. That's pretty fucking cool. That's good shit to see. That's what me and the good brother Kendrick been doing, posting, you know, kids in pits on the gram. You know,
Right,
if a kid can handle them, you can't say this is a vicious fucking dog. You know, it's not trying to bite my kid or trying to bite another dog while my kid has it, you know, because the dog knows better. You feel me? Do little shit like that, man, because the breed need it, you know? We love it when this motherfucker proved to be game or he a killer and all them other good attributes, but, you know, we got to put this motherfucker in a positive light too, though, because he not just a killer, you know? He not just a bad motherfucker. This is literally the best dog you can have for any task.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And let me respond to R.A. Dixon. R.A. Dixon in the chat says, for a dog man to show 100 dogs on YouTube with no marks on them is bullshit. I'm sorry, fellas. No, I think what you're saying is bullshit, bro. It's irresponsible what you're saying. I think you need to think about what you're saying, all right? Because on this YouTube, on social media, you have the police, you have animal control, you have undercover operatives, you have international dog fighting task force, you got all of that shit. And you're asking people to put marked up dogs on YouTube for what? To prove to R.A. Dixon that they real? So they can get locked the fuck up? Like, think about what you're saying. Oh, man, you say, I see you driving all these cars. You ain't never showed no cocaine, no. Show me the coke. Show me the coke. Like, come on, bro. That's ridiculous. Right? What somebody shows you is, if they're showing you a good, clean yard, a good, clean dog, that's what the fuck they supposed to show you. That don't mean that's all they have, brother. All right? You have to use your head, family. That don't mean that that's all they have, okay? You got to, like, whatever. I'm not going to go too deep into that because I don't want to start opening no Pandora's box. What I'm saying is, you don't know what goes on somebody's yard. If they're showing you good, clean stuff, that's great. That's a good image for the breed. You don't have to buy nothing from them, right? You don't have to buy none of their dogs. You don't have to shit on them. You don't have to open up no investigation on them.
Is this person real? Hey, is this that? Is this and that? No, because all you're doing is attracting animal control to come fucking with somebody like y'all did Buck. Not saying you, but a lot of you motherfuckers on here did Buck dirty as shit. Right? That's what y'all did. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never gonna forget that shit. A lot of motherfuckers on here supposed to be dog men, talk all this rah-rah shit. That man got in trouble. Motherfuckers came out here testifying in open court on YouTube, making fucking videos on that man, calling him this and calling him that, knowing these people watching our videos, knowing these people are watching him, and y'all testifying, oh yeah, he's stupid, he doing this, he doing that. So he's stupid, but then you asking other people to be stupid. I don't understand what y'all asking from people. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gotta listen. If you a dog man, you a dog man. You know what you got in your yard, and you know who you dealing with. You ain't gotta prove nothing to some imaginary people on the internet, right? If you really out here doing anything like that, people in certain circles are gonna know who you are. You ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody unless you out here telling people, hey, I got proven dogs for sale. If you say some shit like that, then yeah, people gonna run up in your shit and they're gonna say, okay, I need some proof that you got some proven dogs. If ain't nobody saying that, then I think everybody should.
Man, they don't even need proof. Just ask Barry from Pitt Island. He was wolfing them tickets, talking about, you know, these dogs' parents is this and that. They came and snatched him up with his whole yard. You feel me? So, shit, I'd rather, you know, like you were saying, if you really doing it, motherfuckers know who to get the dogs from. You know, I ain't gotta go. You might just have 100 dogs never did nothing with. Good looking out on, you know, representing the breed in a positive light, but I ain't gotta buy a dog from you.
Right.
And on the flip side, it could be a cat that got 110 dogs and he only show you 90 of them. The 90 look brand new, but the 20 is, you know, the latest and greatest one-time winner up to a champ and all that shit. He not showing those. That don't mean he don't got them. You know, he just ain't showing everybody like you said with the Coke. If I'm the bird, man, I'm not coming on YouTube. Hey, man, I got 30 keys for the low, man. They going 16.5. Get at me. Hell no. You going right to jail. So, shit, you got to be more careful than that these days, man. You know, even 10 years ago, you might have got away with that shit and it would have been true. But now, man, your dog could have a fucking ran through a rose bush and got scarred up, and somebody gonna call the police on you, saying you a professional rose bush fighter, you know.
And let me tell people before we go to Mr. Garcia, let me tell everybody all the tough guys something real quick. This is how easy they can fuck you over, right? Let's say you show a dog on YouTube that's scarred up, right? You think you cool, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, you know, whatever. All it takes is some person to form a complaint on you, animal control, anybody see that shit, they come to your property, right? They're looking for that dog. Let's say you got 10 dogs. You know what they're going to do? They're not going to just come take that dog that's scarred up. They're going to take all the rest of your dogs. And then they're going to charge you with 10 fucking counts of animal cruelty, right? They're going to talk about it might be 2 dogs that took a shit. You ain't cleaned that up yet. Oh, yeah, it was shit on the yard. Oh, you know, 2 of the dogs got fleas, you know, that's 2 more counts of animal cruelty. Oh, these dogs' nails are too long. That's animal neglect, okay? And you know what your friends on YouTube gonna say? Oh, man, this motherfucker need to go to jail. This motherfucker ain't been taking care of his dogs, man. This guy's a savage, an animal. That's what they're gonna do. All the people that's pushing you to show all this shit, this is not the 1950s. This ain't the 1970s, okay? It's 2021 where motherfuckers got a mouthpiece on them like a fucking crocodile. They talk. People are rats. They snitches. Everybody looking for clout. Everybody want props for shit they ain't never don't even deserve props for. So I'm just saying, man, like, y'all gonna have to learn to just mind your business, man. Like, I'm glad this motherfuckers out here who showing the breed in a positive light. Because I want the people, the animal control people that's fucking harassing everybody, I want them to see those people as an example. Everybody can't be out here doing the same shit. And half y'all motherfuckers acting like y'all out here doing all this matching is not doing it, bro. Stop it. If y'all was, it'd be a million other grand champions out here. Y'all not. Cut the shit, man.
And for the ones who is, the people who looking for them type of dogs, y'all gonna find each other. So
Right.
motherfuckers could use that as what we saying as an excuse, but in a couple years, the truth gonna come out. Them dogs ain't shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The
When you
box
start,
always tell the truth about how a dog is bred. There's no way around that. You know,
man,
so
look
you
here.
could be fronting and never did nothing with a dog. And as soon as a real dog, man, get a pup from you, it's gonna show and prove. You know?
And when you start seeing champions 2-3 years from now, and grand champions 10 years from now, and you don't see none of that shit in the pedigree, then you know that shit wasn't being used. But if you ain't got no intentions on buying it anyway, I don't know why you even care. I don't even know why motherfuckers even care if you ain't finna buy the shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? But
Well, I get why, because, you know, that's, you know, putting a black eye on the game for the hardcore doggers. So I get that side of the game too, but I ain't gotta buy that shit, you know? If it ain't ringing no bells in my ear, I don't gotta fucking buy that shit. To me, shit, nigga, have fun producing them motherfucking mutts over there. Shit.
I think it's a bunch of fucking greenhorns, man. A bunch of newbies who don't know where to get no dogs from, and they scared to pull the trigger on getting the dog from this motherfucker or that motherfucker because they don't know if they're doing nothing. Well, that's your problem. If you don't know where to get no fucking dogs from, all right, that means you a fucking newbie in the first fucking place. So stop acting like you some OG motherfucker
Yeah,
who
well, yeah,
you
we
know
ain't
the
talking about
game.
you specifically, R.A. Nixon. Like, yeah, he really got
Oh
dogs,
yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah,
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 we
yeah,
ain't talking about you,
yeah,
bro. We just saying as an example off of what you were
yeah,
saying. But go ahead, 7-8, my bad.
yeah. I ain't talking about everything. But look,
Yeah, yeah, he
you
a
got you
real
gotta have
dogger.
you gotta
So,
have a situation to where you are like, don't let that you need positive images of this breed to be out there. Okay, if for nothing else, to take the heat off of your ass. If you're doing something you shouldn't be doing that's illegal, you gonna need some positive shit to take the heat off of your ass. But you want everybody, like, come on, man, all this I don't buy none of that shit. I've seen too many motherfuckers turn state's evidence in real life. Okay, all the tough guys, all the gangsters, all the I don't give a fuck. I'm a rider. I don't give a fuck. Get right up in there, point their goddamn finger in the damn courtroom. So I don't even want to hear all that tough ass shit. Everybody tough until the motherfucking people show up at your house.
man, look at Sammy the Bull for that example. One of
Right.
the hardest, toughest, most killing his motherfuckers. As soon as he found out that he thought John was gonna tell, that nigga told on everybody.
Right, and that's what they do. Now they on YouTube, making money, telling these fucking snitch ass stories and shit. But anyway, go ahead, Mr. Garcia. What's your thoughts on what we were just talking about?
Well, I'll leave it with this. Everything you guys say is true. You know, I warn about it all the time. I talk about it all the time, and I'll leave it with this. What you're talking about, what you're warning people about, is happening right now. Right now, as we fucking talk, people getting busted all over the fucking place, and a lot of them, especially the older people, they ain't doing shit. They just talk. Somebody talked about them. All they're doing is talking dog, and somebody pointed a finger at them, or they know this person, or they know that person. And regardless of whether they're doing something or not, and like I said, most of them ain't, they're still taking their dogs away. They're still charging them. And, you know, think about that. It's just because a lot of these people talk because ain't shit happened to them ever.
Right.
They ain't been through nothing, you know. And if they have, it wasn't related to the dog. And to be honest, a lot of the other shit, even felonies, you're going to get off a lot easier than you are with the dog, just because of the way the public and government and police entities see the dog, you know. So you know, when I got busted, I did a year. That was a long time ago, you know.
Mhm.
Now, you know, you ain't gonna do no year. You know, you're gonna do 4 years, you're gonna do 10 years, you're gonna do 20 years. Depends. Because they're gonna stack accounts one on top of the other, and they may hit you with 20 and only get you 5. Well, you're still gonna do some years for that. They don't care as far as that goes, as long as they get you for something. And they'll do
Then
it.
it's gonna be federal time now, you know. So you're gonna
Yeah.
be in there with motherfuckers like me. And if you ain't like me, you don't want to be in there with motherfuckers like me.
Yeah. Yeah.
For real.
And for those that don't know, when you do federal time, you do most of the time. It ain't like going to county jail. They give you a year, which they didn't do to me, but they give you a year, you do 3 months. Or even state prison. You know, you might get off half time or this and that. With federal time, you do most of it.
Yeah, the feds want like 90, 95. It say 85, but every time you go up to the board, it's gonna be an excuse. You're gonna be doing damn near fucking 95% of your time.
Yeah, you got 85 to go before the board. That don't mean they're gonna let you go, and most of the time they don't.
Man, I went to the board 3 times before they let my ass out. I did like 97% of my time. Only had a few months of fucking federal parole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's the way I see it. You know, it's a warning you guys are saying, which is good, and the shit's happening now. Don't be next in line to get hung up on that shit. Don't invite them into your home, because that's all you're doing by talking all this shit on, you know, social media and all that. They use that, you know, and they'll tell you they use it. And if you look at some of the discovery, you know, they got to give your lawyer all the shit that they collected. They'll say it in there. Oh, we saw it on this and that. We went on Facebook. We went on their profile. We went on online Peds Online and all this shit. That's where they get the information from. You doing the work for them.
Exactly.
Don't be that dumb, man.
All your YouTube comments, Facebook, Instagram, they use all of that shit. Trust me. They use all of that shit. So when they come for you, they got access. This is what they're going to do. They're going to come to your house with a warrant. They're going to take your dogs. Then they're going to take your fucking computer and your cell phone, because they got warrants for that shit. And you're going to be sitting there, oh, no, you can't do that. Yes, they can. And then they're going to go look at all your fucking messages and shit, look into your accounts. They might even leave some fucking messages under your goddamn account, under your fucking name. And everybody be thinking you a fucking rat and shit. They don't give a fuck. They do shit like that, man.
That's true. There's no law against them lying. They can lie however the fuck they want. You know, they could tell you out and out lie. They could put it out there. Don't matter. It's part of the investigation. They're allowed to do that. So, you know, and it's just like you said, 78. They're going to take everything you got, and if it's worth it, they're going to take your house too and your cars and all that shit.
Absolutely. What they call what's that called? It's called damn it, what is that called? I
forget. But unless the law has changed, they can take your shit and you don't even have to be convicted.
Right.
They can keep it just because you were charged. I don't know how it is now. That's how it was back in my day.
It's still like that.
They can do that. You could get off scot-free. They'll still keep your fucking house, man. Your cars, big old Lambos, whatever you got. And most dog people ain't got shit like that, but just to ruin your life. That's what they want to do, so that you don't ever think about having a dog again. Any dog.
Yeah. I forgot what that shit called. It's something forfeiture though.
Yeah.
Something forfeiture where they can come in and just on the suspicion that you're a dog fighter or something, they can take your fucking house, take your fucking car, and take all your shit and your dogs. And then that's before they haven't proved nothing. They can take it and then sell your shit. All right? Flip your shit if they want to. And that's what they do. It's a fucking big ass scam. And then y'all want people to come on the internet talking about, yeah, I do this and I do that. Man, that's bullshit, man. And I'm gonna ask you a question that Ari Nixon put out there. He said, okay, but can we at least call out frauding? What the fuck wrong with that, fellas? Yeah, I don't care if you call out fraud, as long as you know that person is a fraud. If you don't know that person is a fraud, then what are you talking about? If you ain't never been to that person's yard, if you ain't never got a dog from that person, right? You don't know what's on that person's yard other than what they show, then you can't really call nobody no fraud. Because there's a whole lot of people in your neighborhood right now that you think is nice people, good, wholesome people and shit. You see them go get their newspaper in the morning. You see them cut their grass and shit once a week. You see them, drive their kids back and forth to school. And these motherfuckers some stone cold pedophiles and shit, right? You never know what a motherfucker really about. So if you don't know what's going on in somebody's yard, you can't just be bringing cases up on people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you ain't had no dealings with them that affected your money or nothing like that.
Yeah. The other side to that is, let's say you piss a person like that off. they ain't doing shit. Maybe they don't even have no dog. They just like to pretend. They can call on anybody. Someone in California can call on somebody in Florida. They can say shit about you that ain't true, and then again they're gonna be at your house just because you said something wrong, which is one of the reasons I don't allow it in my group. I don't want none of that shit. If it ain't focused on the dogs, keep it out of my fucking group. That's it. If there's a fraud, you know, or somebody lying or this and that, you know, and I can validate it, I don't say nothing. I just delete them. I just block them.
Right.
They don't even know why it was done. And everything's on the down low. Nobody knows nothing, which is the way it should be. And I just, you know, there's no arguing, there's no fighting. But you also don't want that attention on you where you piss somebody off. That's not the time to prove your gameness, to show how tough you are. If you have family, if you have a home, if you pay bills, you got a job, don't jeopardize that because you want to look tough, or you know, I don't back down to nobody. In certain situations, that's fine, but not on social media, man. Wrong person.
Yeah.
You could be a cop doing that to you. You could be talking to a cop. You don't know. It's like I tell people go, you know, you got a lot of people in your group. They might be cops. They might be this and that. Yeah, that's why I have my rule. They might be cops, snitches, this and that. If I find out, again, I just delete them.
Right.
But I don't know. And like you said, you don't know nobody unless you know them personally. You don't know what they're about.
Right.
Even people that went to prison, you know, you don't know what they went to prison for. If you ask them, they might tell you the truth. They might not.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been for any kind of shit. You know, people talk like they're fucking bad sometimes. Like one guy, you know, this and that, and he got a record, this and that. He went to prison for domestic violence.
Right.
You know,
right.
And not for, it wasn't for dogs or anything like that. You know, he's not in my group, you know, and he never was, but just shit like that, you know. So don't be too bold, man. Just, you know, be smart.
Yeah.
You know, you want to talk about the mafia, the top guys in the mafia, nobody really knows who they are. You know, John Gotti, you know, this and that. He answers to somebody. They answer to somebody, but you ain't gonna know who that person is. They're protected. They protect themselves, you know. So you got to think about that. Just like Chapo, you know, he wasn't the top dog, man. Believe me, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
So, you know, don't be out there, you know, trying to prove something, man. You might be talking to the wrong person, or the wrong person might see what you're putting out there. Now you're a target.
Right, because they online. I'm telling you that right now. They are on the internet. They are on all the little dog forums. They're on YouTube. They're on Facebook, Instagram, and you might have been talking to them for years, thinking they cool. You never met these people. You don't know who they are. They it's not hard to learn the lingo and come amongst dog men. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful in what you say and all of that stuff, man. If you got something to lose, you know what I mean? You know, I ain't trying to lose the little shit I got. That's why I be telling motherfuckers, listen, I don't care what nobody's saying about me on this internet, because people on the internet don't know me. You know what I'm saying? But the people who I have to make sure respect me at all times is my family and my closest comrades. I don't give a fuck about some random person making a diss video about. So this person who don't even know me. This is a person in real life. I could fucking destroy this person. I could destroy them. But in the process of destroying them, I'll be destroying my life. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know that. You know, they don't. You know, I'm just a slick talking dude on the internet, and that's cool. I'm fine with them believing that, because I'm an entertainer. I'm a father in real life. I'm a grandfather. I'm a husband. On this internet, I'm a motherfucking entertainer, man. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes, and I'm totally fine with you believing that, because I don't give a fuck about impressing you. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm real, fake. Your opinion means jack shit to me. You know what I'm saying? When I leave out my house, the people I see on a day-to-day basis, people I do business with, them the people that gotta respect me. Not some no-name motherfucker on the internet. I don't even know him. What the fuck am I trying to impress him for? Hey, man, no, I'm real, bro. I got locked up, man. I'm a real dude, man. Hey, let me prove this to you. Fuck, that mean you fake. If you feel like you gotta prove yourself to a motherfucker you don't even know, you fake. That's how I see shit. You know, I don't give a fuck about these weirdos, man. This fucking internet. I wish a motherfucker would ask me to prove something to them about who the fuck I am. Fuck, you gonna believe, like Ice T said, you gonna believe these hand grenades work. I'm not gonna let you throw them. You either gonna believe these hand grenades work and buy them, or that's it. You know what I'm saying? But get the fuck away from me. You ain't finna toss one in the middle of the street to see if they work. Believe me, or get the fuck out of my face.
Or let me throw one at you.
Right. Real talk. I don't give a fuck about these weirdos on the internet, man. Fucking fugazi. I've seen the toughest of the tough guys go to court and testify, turn snitch. I seen it with my own eyes. I seen my fucking cousin, who I fucking went to bat with and did all kind of crazy shit for on the street. The dude I grew up with, I've seen this dude turn state's evidence. A person I love turn state's evidence against me. You think I'm a
nigga straight football, yeah. You feel me?
Straight motherfucking turn state's evidence on me. And you think I'm a sit back, a random dude on the internet, oh yeah, I'm gonna prove to him that it's real. I'm gonna prove to him that, man, fuck these people, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what's the next question we got here? Let's see. Misconceptions about American Pit Bull Terrier owners. Let's go with you, Ram. Misconceptions about American Pit Bull Terrier owners.
We don't care about our dogs. We only want to, do them for money. We use bait dogs, which is dumb as fuck. I even seen a few years back that American Pit Bull Terrier owners do what's called trunking, where they throw two dogs in the back of the glass house and let them go right around the city, cut your beat up, and you open it and see who alive and who not. That's dumb as fuck. I don't know, even the stupidest, most retarded motherfucker I know wouldn't do no dumb shit like that. We feed our dogs anything. We don't really care, about their health or none of that. It's a whole bunch of shit that's bullshit. When you talk to a serious dog owner, especially a dog man or woman, the motherfuckers are damn near veterinarians. Like, you see how many times people ask us what we should do to fix they shit? Because we know a lot. We not the vet, Out of us three, I'm probably the only one who got a microscope and still, do his own blood work and shit. But most pit bull owners is like that, though, We get real in depth with the health of the dogs, from everything from feeding to fucking internal parasites to shit. Damn, some of us could cut out cancer fucking tumors and sew the dog back up, I done seen dog men be able to give a goddamn C-section and everything live, the mom included, Like, that's what we really are. We really do love and appreciate and admire these dogs, especially the game-bred American Pit Bull Terrier, because we know what it takes for that dog to be who that dog is, And that's my take on that. There's some shitty dog owners out here, granted, but it's way more fucking top shelf dog fucking owners out here than it is the bullshit ones. You can take that to the bank, bro.
Yes, sir. What do you say, Mr. Garcia? Misconceptions about dog men.
All what Ram said, plus, we're put in the light of, we're gangsters or we're low lives and stuff like that. But the breed has always been popular with all walks of life, all types of people. There's a list that came out in Pit Pal magazine in the 80s, long time ago, and it was from the late 1800s or early 1900s. And it had writers on there. It had Nellie Bly, she was a famous writer. It had James J. Corbett, heavyweight champion of the world. Had judges and lawyers and entertainers, and and that's been true throughout the history of the breed. Regular people or people that are wealthy or people that are poor or whatever it is, all types of people appreciate the breed, because once they understand it, a lot of people can relate to it, and a lot of people, and most people, if not all, admire it for what it's about. Not just the easy upkeep compared to other breeds, and the but also the tenacity it has, and the the heart and all that, the amiability with children and family and stuff like that. So it ain't a bunch of lowlifes that own the breed, even though in all walks of life, whatever endeavor it is, you're going to have good people and bad people in it. That's just a given. But overall, pit bull owners, some of them are highly educated, you know, college graduates and doctors and shit, you know, sports guys, you know. So that's one of the misconceptions I think that the public has, you know. And like Ram said about the veterinary stuff, you know, in one aspect, it's just cheaper to learn to do it yourself. And if you grew up country like I did, you didn't call a vet every time something happened to one of your cattle or one of your dogs or one of your horses like that. You learned to do it yourself because it's expensive, you know. And it sometimes it's the time is a factor. You don't have time to load them up and go take them to the vet. You got to handle it right there on the spot. So you learn to do those things. And that's just another aspect of us caring about the dog. You know, people love pit bulls. You love dogs in general, you know, and that's just the pit bull is just our favorite breed. So you're not going to even from the competition aspect in the past, you don't have weak athletes and you don't have underfed athletes and poorly taken care of athletes and sickly athletes, you know. That don't make no sense, you know.
Right.
So
yeah, agreed. Totally agree. I'm gonna read your question in 1 second, Mr. Gumbo. I think some misconceptions, yeah, are like you said, dog men are low lives who don't give a shit about their dogs. Because most dog men that I know love their dogs. Love the dogs. They love spending time with their dogs. You know what I mean? And teaching their dogs, training their dogs. You know what I mean? Experimenting different feeds and shit like that. Motherfuckers care about the animals. You know what I mean? But you know, and this all goes to stuff we were talking about earlier. This is why it's important that we put like a positive image for the breed out there, because you know the media, every time they do a documentary or they have a news report or some shit like that, they're gonna show some stupid ass shit where there's gonna be some fucking rap video with a dog with a gold chain on or some shit that's fucking bleeding or some dumbass shit. They always put these fucking stupid ass images out there about these dogs and the people who have them, and it's just not true. And this is why I think it's very imperative that people, a lot of y'all, even y'all in the chat, I see y'all going back and forth. I'm telling you, I promise you, I'm not lying to you. This is my video, and I'm telling you, listen to what I'm telling you. These people be here watching this shit. And y'all, when you be saying little shit and you think you're being clever, they know what you're saying. They hear. I know this because some of my homeboys that y'all shitted on that's locked up, all in their paperwork is YouTube shit, YouTube comments, and what this person said, and what that fucking person said. This is what I'm telling y'all. But y'all keep talking this shit about proving it, who doing this and who doing that, who real, who fake. I think you motherfuckers is the police, to be honest with you. That's what I think. Mr. Gumbo in the super chat, much love, much appreciation. He says, salute, General. Ram and Schoolboy. I watched the video and Floyd Brodrew said he thinks Zebo might be an Eli dog after he was stolen. With what y'all think? That's a good question. Good question. I go to you, Ram. What you think about the Zebo? What Floyd Brodrew said?
Man, shit, who fucking knows? And better yet, who cares now? It's too late in the game to even care now. He could be or he couldn't be. I say he wasn't because they bred him to which would be technically his niece, and they didn't produce worth a fuck in Honey Bunch. So that's just my take on it. Who knows? Better yet, who fucking cares? Like, all the motherfuckers was stealing dogs and breeding the stolen dogs back then, if you ask me. You know? It's hard to tell shit. Maybe half the shit we got now, when we get back that far, might not be bred how it say. Long as what you got, you know, and you breed forward, you honest with it, that's the only way that shit is gonna get cleaned up. But we can't change the past. It is what it is. So I doubt it, but who fucking knows?
Yeah. What do you think, Mr. Garcia?
yeah, that story's been around a long time. Even the people that had the dogs, you know, right off of Zebo, and dogs that had that, people that had that blood, feel that way. I don't know. I wasn't there, and like Brad said, it don't matter. But as a, historically speaking, the Zebo dogs don't look like Eli dogs. They ain't built like Eli dogs. They don't even have the style of Eli dogs per se, right? If you look at the pictures, and that's all I can go by, of his ancestors, like Andy and Bay, and that's what he looks like. He looks like them. He got the half drop ear, uh, uh, not a hound dog ear, a full drop ear like a lot of Eli dogs had.
Right.
There could be some resemblance to some of them, but it's not just that, the looks and the build, but it's also the style that they had. The Zebo dogs didn't generally go to the stifle, and a lot of bully son dogs, Eli dogs, they do. So I don't know, and it don't matter. There's no way that anybody's gonna know. But even proponents of the dogs feel that way. But I ain't one of them. I saw very few of them, but enough to know, and I know people that have them, and enough pictures you go through, you don't look that way.
I had them both on the yard at the same time, and they was totally different style of dogs. Even when we bred, them to the same male, they would throw different type of dogs. And I mean, a Zebo bitch and a good Eli bitch on the yard at the same time. And it was just totally different dogs,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Salute to Elbow in the super chat. Much love, much appreciation, man. He says, are there any other dog breeds that are as driven as the American Pit Bull Terrier? I think in their respective
Yield.
yeah, I think like a fucking bloodhound is fucking determined to find whatever the fuck he's sniffing for. I think other dogs that are trackers, the dogs that are fucking specialized in different things, retrievers and shit like that, guard dogs, shepherd dogs, depending on what their field is and shit, you know what I mean? I think they're just as determined. I think the American Pit Bull Terrier just happened to be determined to be the baddest motherfucker on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I kind of answered that in the thing there that you put up. They're about, are there other breeds that are game too? They're game in what they do. What they do. It ain't the same as a pit bull. So we don't look at them like that. But in what they do, whether it's a hound dog that'll run till he tears his pads off, or it's a racehorse that'll run even after they break their legs and shit, they have their own form of gameness that for what they do. But as far as a pit bull, there's no other dog like it. So yeah, they're game in what they do, but it's not the same as what a pit bull does.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mr. Gumbo, he said, just asking family thanks. It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. The Zebo stuff. Yeah, Zebo people always going to say, there's so many different stories, man, about those dogs. You just never know, man. I think, personally, I always say, I think Zebo looked just like Vindicator, he's just black. You know what I mean? I thought he looked just like his brother.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with asking. The stories come up all the time, and sometimes people criticize, they ask the same thing over and over. Well, not everybody heard it, and not everybody knows it, and they want an opinion, and that's all we're doing is giving an opinion here. Some of it's based on fact or experience, but I never discourage anybody from asking just about anything, unless it's something current. I don't want to hear that stuff. Don't ask me about this dog champion that I don't know shit. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you, but stories from the past or questions about certain dogs from the past, nothing wrong with it. Ask away. That's the only way you're going to learn,
Absolutely. Yep. Ask all the questions. Every time I tell people to leave their questions for Game Dog Talk, at least one person asks the same question every week, which is about how tight is too tight when inbreeding. We get that same question every week. I ignore it most weeks because we answer it every week. But for those of you who watch the show, who love the show, share the show with your friends and stuff like that, man, and tell them just because the show is titled one thing doesn't mean that's all we're talking about the whole show. We talk about a lot of different stuff. You know what I mean? We always have at least 5 or 6 different topics.
Yeah.
Cover.
Yeah. You got to pick a title for it. And I would also encourage people to go back and look at all the other vids. I don't know if you still number them. Do you still number them? 78. Right. Do you still number the shows?
Yeah. I still number them. We're on 54 right now.
Okay. So you got 54 shows you can go check out. Hopefully the answer will be in there. That's what I would encourage people to do.
Come on, Kendrick and Ari Nixon, man, y'all chill, man. Come on, let's have a good, healthy barbecue tonight, man. We don't want no fighting at the party tonight. We don't want no fighting. Let's just relax, man. Let's chill, everybody. Let's chill.
Hell yeah, and we all too far away from each other to even do something about it, So fuck it.
Yeah,
man. Let's just relax, man.
It's cool though. I be going back through the chat and deleting the shit anyway,
Yeah.
Just because I'm the homie like that. I don't want to see nobody get cracked, especially not on something that malfunction. You feel me?
Man, goddamn right. I don't want my name coming up in no fucking paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Oh, 78 Sports TV show, his show, it said this and that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, y'all be good, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, y'all chill out, man. We all people here, bro, coming together for the breed, man.
Yeah, it's all love.
And to answer your question, all they said, motherfuckers out there, big name kennels, like, who was breeding they little,
You broke up, Ram. Hey, Ram, leave out and come back in, bro. Yeah, I think what Ram was trying to say was what Ari Nixon said about breeding 9-month-old puppies. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Ideally, we shouldn't be breeding 9-month-old puppies, but people do it. Big name kennels do it. Small name kennels do it. People do it for different reasons. Some people do it because they want to sell puppies off the dog. Some people do it because they male. They're trying to get the last little stick they can get on this male or whatever the fuck the case may be. People do it for different reasons. And there's a lot of famous dogs that's in a lot of y'all pedigrees that was bred very young. Trust me. I know some big name kennels, no disrespect to them. I know some big name kennels that everybody loves that's still doing it right now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's big name kennels right now doing that shit, and I wouldn't get one dog from them. I ain't gonna throw them under the bus because I ain't no motherfucking shortstop player hater like that. But it's a reason why you don't see me with a lot of just different dogs, especially mainstream dogs. I be knowing what really goes on with them shits. A lot of them dogs be puppies when they bred. They go on to produce, but you being bred to 50 bitches, you gonna throw something. Shit, it's a numbers game at that point.
Yeah. The another point is, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it. And you talk about caring about the dog.
Oh yeah, I would never do that.
They're not healthy to breed females that young. A male, it don't affect them. I know people bred males at 10 months old. But for a female to have, that's like a child having a baby. It can cause long-term health issues where they won't be able to hold their pups when you breed them later, because it puts a stress on them and they're not fully developed physically, So, and a lot of times mentally, they're not in tune with taking care of pups, Yeah, you could take them off and hand raise them yourself, but that defeats the whole purpose of, in my opinion, of breeding, having good mothers, and healthy dogs. So it's a health issue with me why I wouldn't do it. Plus, I just, in the past, that wasn't one of my standards, to breed unchecked dogs.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Williams Kennels, leave your what was your question? You said you had a question. Leave your question, man. Let me see if I can go up and find it. Let me see if I can find it. Ram, you see a question William Skittles asked? Let me see. William Skittles, ask the question again, bro. Ask it again in the chat so I can see, and I'll see it. 1 second here. Yes. Waiting on him to come back. Waiting on Ram to come back, and then we'll get to it. Get to the smoke. All right, Ram, you
God
see?
damn, motherfuckers keep calling. What you were saying, bro?
Did you see William Skittles' question? He said he asked the question, but I didn't see it in here.
Let me scroll up and see if I can see it. I'll go to YouTube right.
Let's see. No, I don't, bro. You gotta try to. Sometimes, if you can, even if it's just $1 or something, man, 50 cents, whatever. Put that shit in the super chat so it light up when you say something. When you got a question you really want to answer, put it in the super chat. We're gonna, you know what I mean? Because I don't see it. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to this right here. The next question here. Can you break down a correct conformation dog according to the show ring? Also, will a dog that doesn't display a traditional American Pit Bull Terrier attitude disqualify itself from winning the conformation show, Mr. Garcia?
I didn't really use the standard in that way for the reasons I mentioned before, but I'll say it again real quick. When you have a certain standard for a breed, they all have to look that way, and that it takes away from the athleticism, ability, and all that. Not just in the traditional sense, but just having a healthy athletic dog. Because most of the dogs, not so much with pit bulls, but with other breeds, it had to do a lot with inbreeding to get them to all look the same, right? But some of the standards for conformation, the pit bull itself is, I think males was 18 to 21 inches high at the shoulders, 35 to 65 pounds. Females was 17 to 20 inches at the shoulders, 35 to 55 pounds, something like that. Half drop ears, I think they called it rosebud ears or something like that. A rat tail, more straight back than roach back or sway back, kind of proportioned that way. Like I said, according to Dale Bradstrom, who was an ADBA judge back in the day, and he had some good dogs too. The model for the standard for the ADBA was Jimmy Boots, kind of. If you look his pictures up, kind of that. It's a good looking dog. A lot of the Sorrels dogs did good. A lot of the Boleo dogs, the short, squatty Bully Son dogs, even some of the alligator dogs are not that way. A lot of the Carver dogs wouldn't fit the standard for conformation because they're short and thick, long, like that. You want them proportioned, basically. They can be, for me, they can be long as they have some leg under. They can be tall, as long as they're not too thin. They can even be short and squatty as long as they're boxed up. Symmetry and proportion is what I went by. So that allows, however your dog is built, to be judged by me anyways. Most judges won't do that. And when I pick people to judge for my shows, there wasn't no tests or nothing like that, but I preferred experienced dogmen, 20 years at least in the dogs, because they know what a good dog looks like. A good dog in good shape, and they have that experience to know the difference between a dog that's been worked into condition and just starved or dried out into making it look so you can see the definition of the muscles and all like that. You know, people try and get away in a lot of stuff with a lot of things with the dogs. You know, starving them and drying them out too much ain't the way to do it, because I can tell. And other experienced dogmen, they can tell too. You know, you'll be not disqualified, but you won't win nothing that way. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So those are some of the standards for height and weight. And what was the second part to that?
It was let me read it again. He said, okay, let me read the whole question. Can you break down the correct conformation dog according to the show ring? Also, will a dog that doesn't display a traditional American Pit Bull Terrier attitude
right
qualify?
That was in the past, not so much now, but in the past, that quote unquote aggression, that was part of the type, what's called type, because that's the behavior and the temperament of the pit bull. You know, again, for me, you know, if you can't get your dog to stack up and stay there still, that's fine. But they're leaning more towards that. They want dogs now to behave in the ring, not show too much aggression that way, screaming and hollering and all that. You know, people would get worried around me because they couldn't stack their dog, or the dog's, you know, not standing still and all that. And I tell them, that's okay. Whatever the dog's doing, I can judge them that way. If they going after something next to them, and that's why I have them spread out, you know, so they can't get to each other, so accidents don't happen. But they could be doing hoop-de-doos. I can judge them. I know what a good dog looks like, regardless of how they're standing or running around or jumping or rolling over or whatever they're doing. You know, you just got to know what you're looking at. But yeah, that used to be part of the standard. I don't think it's that way anymore, and it was under the heading type. You know, that's part of the behavior of the breed, but they kind of got away from that because how it looks in public. You know.
Right. Oh, Williams Kennels must have got fired. He must have got mad and left and shit. If he didn't leave his other comment and shit. Williams Kennels must have got mad and shit. Joe Houston in the super chat. Much love, much appreciation. He says, hey, Mr. Garcia, I'm in Southern Cali and wanted to ask what's a good bloodline that I can find here on the West Coast? Hashtag prefer Red Boy Jocko.
To be honest, since I'm out of the loop, you know, and have been for a while, I don't know. And I get this question all the time. I understand it, you know, because I've been involved with the breed for so long, but I honestly don't know who has what blood, or what. Even people show me pedigrees, you know, I don't recognize the dogs. I can tell them what dogs they come from in the past because I'm familiar with most of them. But I really couldn't put anybody in a direction to go to this guy or that guy or this breeder or that breeder. So I apologize for that, but I just honestly don't know.
Yeah, man, just do a little research. Look around, man. You'll definitely find some good dogs out there, man. Just a little research, man. Put a little leg work in there. That's the same blood that's everywhere. Something's down there, Cali.
I like the, you know, I tell people know that I like the Jeep Red Boy stuff. It's good. It was good stuff. They were good. One thing I liked about them, what we're talking about here, is they were good with people. You know, they weren't prone to be man aggressive, human aggressive. You know, that's one, and they were very athletic, high intense dogs. If you like that type, you know, Boleo dogs are high intense. You know, Bully Son dogs are high intense. The Heinzel dogs were more that mellow type. You know, where you know, a lot of them could be, you could take them anywhere. They wouldn't show aggression sometimes, even if the dog showed aggression towards them. You know, and you know, which, you know, a lot of people prefer that. You know, they ain't jumping around and knocking you down and all that. The white dogs were like that too, kind of mellow on the chain. You know, they really didn't get worked up. And I had one like that, a Jeep Red Boy dog. He was mellow like that, Clayton Blood. On the chain, he wouldn't get excited unless you put something in front of him or it was time to work. And I like that about him. And he was not just my dog, but he had the best air of any dog I ever seen, just natural air. You know? But you know, like you said, do your research, find out what kind of. Couldn't even tell you what the Jeep Red Boy dogs are like now. but I could tell you, like I just did, what some of their behaviors and temperaments are like. And if you like that type of dog, see if you can find somebody who has it,
Yeah. There's some good ones out there in California. Just look around, you'll definitely find them, man. Some good Jeep Red Boy dogs out there. But yeah, I like Jeep Red Boy dogs. At least I'm happy with my dog that I got from that situation. Everybody different, but I'm happy with mine. You gotta be prepared to have a high drive dog. And you know what I mean? The girl I got, the female I got, she's the most high strong dog I got. She always trying to work. She always trying to go do some shit. Everything I do is a game to her. It's a way for her to work. She'll jump up on me, and I'm like, get out, get off of me. And I slap her on the head. She'll jump back up. I'm like, I raise my voice, sit down. And to her, it's a game. She just keep fucking with me and shit. You know what I mean? She want to work,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, bitch, all right, I get it. I grab the rope or something, and she ready to play. She grab that rope, shake the shit out of her, play tug of war. That's what she want to do,
Yeah, them type of dogs do love to work when it's time to work. I've yet to see a good Jeep Red Boy dog not like to work, even if they sucked at it, they still like to do it.
Yep. Let me see here.
Hey, Brandon Blue, that's a champion Django in my picture, not a grand champion Henry Ford. Yeah, that's champion Django, the one and only.
Hey Ram, are you the one that had champion Rojo on your picture at one time?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he was a good dog. Did you know how he was bred?
It was some of that old 10 stuff, right?
No. That's a different one. That's what I was wondering. No, there is a Tance Rojo.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get them both. They breedings both confused then. Yeah, because Tant had a Rojo too around the same time as that, but that's not the same dog.
Right.
It's Tant's Rojo. Yeah.
And that'll go along into one of the. I think you have a question coming up, Ram, about that. That he was owned by a person of color. He was. Bobby Hall. That's A.D. Jackson's champion Rojo.
Yep. Exactly.
He won 3 and lost real game his third one. But I hadn't seen. He's off of Stu Fowler, that dog.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I tripped, man, because I remember that picture from the magazines and stuff.
Yeah. I was gonna put that picture up today too, but yeah, this is my partner dog, champion Django, right here. For I show him some love twice in a row.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Since we're on that topic, that's a good transition. Somebody wanted me to talk about dog men of color from the past that don't get any recognition. Wants to name a few names, little name dropping and shit like that. Mr. Garcia, from your day, you know anybody? You just mentioned someone, but you know any people you want to give some shot recognition to?
Yeah. The when you say they don't get recognition, if you were a dog man, if you were active, you know who they are. And in that respect, but as far as the general population of the pit bull community, a lot of people don't know these people. So one team that were real active back in the day, and I'm talking they'd show 14, 15 dogs a year, which means that could be 20, 25 shows a year, was LA Dream Team. They were real active back in the day. A guy in my area named John Craig. Anybody heard of War Dogs Incorporated? Vince Cooper.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
He was around there. Bobby Love. At one time, Dave Adams was whipping everybody's ass. He's the one that bought Art. Who Art was stolen from him. Dave Adams and Bruce Crutchfield. And he owned Zebo at one time. A lot of good dog, Champion Candy and a bunch of them. Well, Bobby Love, he beat him 3 times in a row one day, which was unheard of with him. He's another person of color, Bobby Love. He was from the Great Lakes area. Let me see, Jim Marshall. you know. I think I mentioned him before, and Abraham, you know, just straight up respectful people that anybody admired them. Let's see, CMB Cash Money Brothers. They were active. They were two brothers. Who else? There's a bunch of them all, even throughout history. You know, a lot of. Here's where some of people of color didn't get credit for back in the day. Was a lot of them were trainers,
Right.
you know, handlers, stuff like that. One of them's even mentioned in Armitage's book. That's from 1900. You know, a person of color that competed against Armitage. I forget his name, but kind of like in the racehorse community, you know, a lot of the trainers and actual people, handlers and stuff, were people of color. But those are some of the ones I knew. Vince Cooper's a real famous guy. He used to write articles, and he had good dogs too, man. He's the one that owned Weenie that lost to Jeep. You know, he had the last. I think he had the last daughter off of Miss Spike too. Honey, I think her name was.
Right.
Something like that. But yeah, they always been involved.
Yeah, Cooper has some shit. He has some shit over there, man.
Yeah, he's a preacher too. Mm-hmm. He's a preacher. One of the Cash Money brothers too was a preacher.
Who's the
so
guy?
Again, back to, you know, all walks of life.
There was a guy that I heard of back in the day. Supposedly was a black man who Earl Tudor used to deal with a lot. Last name Henry. Used to have a lot of dogs. Used to give.
Yeah, the Henry dogs. Yeah, they're real famous. All that Blackjack blood and Blackjack Jr. No, he wasn't black.
Yeah, they see. Yeah. They said this dude was black. For all these years, they said he was black.
Yeah, I've seen that before, and he wasn't.
Yeah,
and I'll say this because if you see some of the pictures that he put out, he would use the N-word to describe his pup. You know?
Somebody told me, they said Henry
but no, he wasn't. There's pictures of him. He's a white guy with a mustache. There you could see old what would you call them, like business cards and stuff. Mm-hmm. Real pictures of him and stuff. No, either way. It gets mixed up because a lot, you know, depending on where you live. I think he was from Ohio, but some people think Al Brown was a person of color, you know, because, you know, in Arizona, man, you get dark, you know.
Well, you know what?
And you know, like my dad, he was real light skinned, but he worked out in the field all the time, so he was pretty dark most of the time, but he was actually real light skinned, you know.
Yeah.
And same with my wife. She's, you know, I think that's what I liked about a light skinned girl. I don't know. Anyway, so
red bones, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's something else, you know. but yeah, so some of them get them mistaken, you know. But they've always been involved with the dog, and I'll say going back almost to the beginning, you know, at least when the dogs got here, you know, because they you know, almost anybody is going to get involved in, you know, the endeavor if you just like competition or you like pit bulls or whatever it is, you know. And then you know, Mexicans been involved with it for years, and even Asians, you know, a lot of Filipinos and you know, Vietnamese and like that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Dogman RT just said, Henry's dogs were black, not the man, and that's where the confusion came in, because people used to say all the time that Tudor used to get his dogs from this black man, but the story should have been he used to get these black dogs from this man. Yeah. And they fucked it up. That's what happened.
Yeah,
but
could be.
But one thing we do know though is that there was a yard man, and Ram can tell the story better than me because Ram from Arizona. There was a yard guy who's a black man who actually bred Zebo. Ram, you want to tell that story?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the dude who bought Zebo as a pup with the off of that bouncer dog. Yeah, it was a brother who owned it. Him and dude who owned Bouncer. What was his name? I can't think of his name. They was co-owners of a restaurant though. You know, the black dude was the cook, and old boy who owned Bounce. He came from out of Cali. Shit, what the fuck is
Yeah,
his
I
name?
forgot too. What's his name?
Yeah, but he moved out here and he was cool with Heinzel and shit. And that's where he got Bambi from. And Heinzel didn't like Bambi; he thought she was a curse. So when he bred him and shit, the old boy actually ended up getting a dog for his son. The one whose son didn't want him. This is where I got the story from. Was the son who named him Dumbo, the one who wanted the little lassie looking shit. And he
Yeah,
was
because
saying,
they were
yeah,
popular
his
at that time, and he wanted a collie or something.
yeah, exactly. But his dad ended up keeping the dog though, and he ended up campaigning him and shit. And Howard came and bought the dog back. And like he ain't come to the South Side and just take him like how the story say. Like right now, you can't go to the South Side and take shit. You feel me? Back then, it was worse. He ended up buying them, you know. And Tudor ended up breeding them, and the rest is history. I'm gonna say the rest for the documentary, though.
Yeah. We got me and Ram working on something real nice. You know,
Good.
Try to get a little documentary out here or something. But
Good deal.
let's see here. Another question we got.
Uptown Boys was an. I'm sorry for interrupting, but
Uptown Boys.
Man, they had that champion snubby.
Yeah, Mike Thibodeau.
Yeah, Mike Thibodeau. Yeah, I met him. Yeah, that's a funny story, not for YouTube. I'll tell you that.
Bet. Yeah, I'll have to remind you on that. Carolina Kennels with Termite is another good one.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, we wouldn't have Mayday if it wasn't for them. You feel me?
Yeah. Shout out to Carolina Kennels, man. That was that's heavy right there because they took some dogs that people was throwing away and fucking made it into some shit. Made it into some shit right there, you know.
To some legendary shit. They do good all over the place.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And currently right now, I know one guy who's a person of color who's tops in my book. His name, they call him Ram.
Thank you.
Yeah, and 78 doing a hell of a job. You know?
Hey, I'm just
good looking.
I'm just a spectator. You know what I'm saying? I'm just.
Well, that's all I am too. That's all I am too nowadays. You know, I'm just a old shit talking old man.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Ram. Yeah, one day maybe we can. One day once we old and crusty, we can tell some stories about Ram. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I got some hell of a stories too, boy. I lived a cowboy lifestyle, man. You know. So hell yeah, Where's Hubbard? Right on, dog, man.
There
RT,
you go.
Good looking. Yeah, Where's Hubbard?
Where's Hubbard? Yeah.
Will Hubbard. He used to like to hit that bottle and get drunk.
Yeah.
And riding around with Bouncer in the back of the truck challenging people, like, you know, betting for beer money and shit. Bouncer smashed like 8 dogs one day, you know,
there you
for
go.
the back of the truck.
Yeah. They did a lot of that, just what we call off the chain. They didn't care. They get that with you'll see sometimes it'll say champion Arizona Pete. I don't think he was ever matched, you know, conditioned and matched, but he beat a lot of dogs for some money, you know. Right. And I'm talking probably, you know, 15, 20 dogs. It wasn't that he didn't have experience and he was a bad dog, but it just officially, I don't think, you know, that's what Heinzel said anyways, you know.
Right.
That's Daibo's brother, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of them old guys moved to Arizona because for health reasons, like a lot of people, you know, the dry air and the heat was good for their health. You know, Heinzel was originally from Chicago. I forget where Wiz Hubbard was. You know,
Cali. Wiz were from Cali.
Okay.
They moved out here. That humidity was too much for them.
Right. Even Don Devine, he was originally from Kentucky. He moved out to Florida. You know, because you know a lot of people retire there too. You know, so. But yeah, there's a lot of people of color that have been involved with the dogs. You know, I'm forgetting a lot of them because my memory, but there's a ton of them, man.
Yeah, and it's a lot of dog men of color that that kept this thing going. You know, kept the breed alive. You know what I mean? In the transition. Yeah. From those days until now. A lot of them. You're not really going to know their names.
Here's a story I could tell if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
I forget which dog it was from Bert Soros, but I think it was some kids in some guys of color that lived in Chicago or somewhere around there, and he ended up getting the dog back. And somebody questioned him, "You think it's a good dog?" He goes, "I know it's a good dog because them people in the city, man, they're rough on the fucking dogs. You know, they put them
Right.
through hell. There's no way this dog ain't a good dog if it's this old and I'm buying them back. You know."
Right.
And they just, they just good at it. You know, like a lot of people, they just, you get around the dogs and you if you just look at them for what they are, without the expectations of what you think, you're gonna find out. And he knew because he knew them people that it was gonna be a good dog, man. He didn't have to check him; he just matched it. I think the dog made champion. I forget what dog it was, but they had a good reputation. Uptown boys were rough on him. In fact, Champion Snubby, which was Tonka's brother, she was on the same card as Homer and Jeep. She's the one who got best in show on that card.
Right.
It wasn't
Okay,
those
yeah.
it wasn't those other famous dogs that got it. It was her.
Did you already say LA Dream Team?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of good dogs.
Yeah, the captain. We beat champion Jesse James with Bill, and then we beat him again with what was it, Percy? I think they used a female named Snow. But they would, and they didn't care. Anywhere from 14 months to 5 years old, they do their dogs.
Yeah,
not saying they didn't care, but they matched a lot of dogs, man. They were probably most active in my time of anybody, as far as numbers go.
Yeah, they matched a whole lot of dogs.
Yeah.
A lot of good dogs come down from their stuff.
Yep. It was boomerang based,
Yep.
And they had a lot of champions, a lot of ROM dogs, and they were good, man. They wasn't scared of nobody, and the amount didn't matter either, man. They didn't. Whatever you want, man, they do it, cheap or for a lot.
Yep, they was there for it. They was for the competition.
That's right.
Right. Smash that like button, ladies and gents. Get the likes all the way up. Let me see here. We got another question. Would you keep a hound that has an underbite or an overbite and add it to your program?
It depends on how bad it was. Like I said, I forgot, it might have been on bank statements, one of his shits. If you can put your pinky in between the gap, then no. But if it's not, more than your pinky finger, go for it. One of my best dogs, Champion Old Dog, was undershot. It wasn't that bad, but he didn't have, a scissor bite like his brother, Old Dog. I mean, he had the underbite. Buckshot had the scissor bite. Both of them made champ. Both of them produced champions who went on to produce good dogs and champions as well. So, yeah, that's my rule for a under or over bite. If I can't stick my pinky in between it, we're going to run with it. Any further than that, though, you're going to be losing grip and all that shit. And, they American Pit Bull Terriers, they got the bull in them. A lot of bulldogs are undershot, just, not that bad. That's my take on that.
Yeah, same here. The overbite I wasn't too particular with. I don't think I ever had one, but traditionally the pit bull they do have a lot of dogs that are undershot. As long as it's not too pronounced and they can hold on. The easiest way to find out is just play tug of war or a spring pole or something. But if the gap, like Ram said, if the gap's too pronounced, and they'll throw it. I even had like one female, she had a scissor bite even, but every litter she would throw one undershot dog that was so bad you couldn't do nothing with them. And regardless of whatever male she was bred to, even if the dog was slightly undershot or dog had an even bite, in every litter she threw one that was real bad. So it's something that's there, but if it's too much, they'll show you, and I wouldn't breed them because they're, even though if you breed a badly undershot dog, they're going to throw scissor bites clean, but they're going to throw that too. And if you keep doing it, it'll become more and more. That's the thing with traits. you could have some exceptions. You could do this or that, and make breedings, but if you go too far with it, one way or the other, it's going to get too pronounced, and then you're going to have a problem. So it's best not to introduce them. You know, little bit undershot, that's okay. They'll be all right. Too much, it's gonna start showing up too much.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough not to have any undershot dogs, but I have seen them. Definitely, I've seen them. I've seen people breed to them because of the blood, and they were good dogs too. But you know, they would breed to them for the most part because of the blood, and you know, hope that they don't get undershot dogs. And if they did get undershot dogs from the breedings, they would just you know, call them out the program. You know, but I've seen people do it. I've never done it, but for the right blood, from a good dog, I'm sure I would take a pup off of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I would. Let me see here. Next question.
Yeah, I forgot about Roadblock Kennels, Kimsey Woods. Yeah.
Yeah, there you. Yeah. Yeah. There are a bunch of them, man. We just got to think. You know, when I get off of here, when I get off of here, I'll remember a shitload of them. I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
No disrespect, but
falling all out my pocket, like, oh damn, how I forget about y'all.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
This is a good question for you here. What are the some of the original American Pit Bull Terrier bloodlines? We can start with you, Mr. Garcia.
Kobe's probably the oldest one, and probably, if you want to say, you know, a bloodline after the breed or during the time the breed was established. I think Primo is the one that UKC used for the Conformation standard. Kobe would be one. Leitner goes back to the 1800s, late 1800s. Corcoran, even semis, you know. Charlie Lloyd's Pilot, he was one of the foundation dogs for most pit bulls. If you go back far enough, he's probably almost in every pit bull pedigree. If you go back far enough, he's from the 1890s. His son, Champion Patty. But I would probably say Leitner and Kobe are the two most original ones.
Okay. What you say, Ram?
What was the question? Shit, I'm over here smoking this good.
Some of the original bloodlines of the American Pit Bull Terrier.
Shit, gotta be Kobe, man. You know, yeah, some of the oldest shit that's still around. Followed by, I say, what people call the old family red nose strain these days. You know.
Yeah, that come from Leitner mostly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you
Leitner,
know.
Corcoran.
Yep.
Those are Irish dogs, and if you want to look at the breed, the Kobe has some Irish dogs in it, you know, but it's mostly English dogs, and the Leitner was the Irish dogs, mostly like that. Put them together, bam.
Yeah, I seen some good Kobe Leitner dogs back in the day. That was real good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the modern day Dime Daibo cross, when you get like Red Boy Jocko, you know.
Yeah, like that.
Jeep or Eli Carver, you just putting the same shit back together now. We just call them by different names.
Yep. Exactly.
Yes, indeed. You know, and let me go to the chat before we get up out of here. It's a shame that y'all can't be here for the real good conversations, the after party. Y'all don't be here for the good conversations in the chat. You know, y'all get the YouTube version of the convo.
Yeah, you miss out on the BET uncut. You know.
Yeah. Let's see. Any questions before we cut it out? Let's see. Let me scroll up, see if we got any questions in the chat.
What you think of the Grand Champion Crow blood? I honestly haven't seen enough of it to give a fair assessment of it, and the shit I did see got smacked. So, you know, I'm not a good person to answer that for you.
Yeah, it's still virtually early on the crow stuff because I seen some good crow stuff. You know, but you know, uh, I tend to prefer a touch of crow. You know what I'm saying? Touch of crow. Let me see here. Any questions in here?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Mark. Yeah, that's the homie from DSK. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Any
I
questions,
think
y'all? Y'all,
I
this
think
y'all
I
chance to
think
ask some last minute questions.
What you were
Boy.
saying, Mr. Garcia?
I was gonna say there was now I forgot. See, there was some in there I wanted to touch on that list, but shit, I forgot now. I tried to answer some of them, in there. I'll try and do that, and we can still talk about it, on the chat, even if I answer it in the questionnaire thing, So don't let that discourage you.
Hey, Graham, you had a question you want to add in?
Oh yeah, the downside of owning good dogs consistently. Like you always get good dogs. And I was talking to the homie M Line about that shit last night about, dogs I was supposed to go get from him and all of that. And I'm like, man, we all had just a bunch of good dogs, bred different at the time. So you kind of get used to them always being there, And the motherfucker you look up and they be gone like, God damn, I should have went and got that shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't get caught up in it's good to always have good dogs, but if you got a chance to get some more good dogs, make some room for them if you can,
Yeah.
cause the dogs get old, man, and stop producing, or you might get a bad bag of dog food, which was how I lost the dog I was supposed to get, and I was out there to go breed to the sire of the dog in my picture, and I could have picked him up then and brought him back. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna be back, when I drop the pups off, so I just get them then. And then between that 56 to 63 days, he lost that dog, the dog mama to, a bad dog food recall. But again, I still end up getting good dogs and shit, but just don't pass up other good dogs too, because anything could happen with these dogs. That was my whole train of thought on that.
Yeah. True.
Like it is a downside to always having good dogs, and that you could miss out on a lot of other good dogs too, on accident,
Yeah.
from some
Very,
bullshit.
yeah, very good
That's a
point.
good problem.
Yeah, very good point. I passed up on I mentioned before, but I'll do it again. I passed up on Queen of Hearts, Champion Bolt Action, or his sister, and Champion Bullshit. And Queen of Hearts was already a 2-time winner for $1,000, man.
$1,000 fucking dollars.
Yeah, and
my
Bolt
boy-
Action, his sister was ready to go. They were $800. I was there when they sold Bullshit, and it was after seeing him against 2 other dogs, just to look at him for a half hour, and the guy sold him for $250. And Dunleavy bought him. I could have bought him, but
God damn.
yeah.
So for $1,200, you could have had Queen and Bullshit.
Yeah, $1,250, and it was right around the same time. So yeah. Stupid, huh?
Man, that's but that's the thing though. When you around so many good dogs, it's like in your day like that when you had shit was a little different than it is now. So it's like you're not thirsty for a dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
it's almost like you got. Well, I got choices. I got options.
right.
And then you look back and you go, man, I'm a dumb motherfucker. I should have done that.
Yeah, I could.
Hell yeah.
It's a dog out here right now that's a grand champion. Not too many. I mean, some people know about it, but it's not a very popular dog. But it's a grand champion, legitimate grand champion. I could have bought the dog when it was a one-timer, and they were trying to sell me the dog. They didn't like how the dog looked in his first outing and shit, hunting and shit. I could have bought it, and I didn't. I passed, and I waited and shit. Now the motherfucking grand champion, they love the dog, and now they want fucking $30,000. Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
That's how it go though, man, with them good
That's how it
options.
goes.
So just
Yeah.
Always, just keep that in the back of your mind. If you already at that level, or if you getting to that level, just make some space if you got the room for it.
Yeah.
You don't want to pass up on. You can have all the best dogs in the world, but other bloodlines gonna complement your shit and keep you moving forward in the future with it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you see them, whether back in the day you see them go, maybe they don't look so good, or you see them on the yard, maybe they wormy, and you go, nah, their skin, their hair don't look right, but you get them healthy, you put them a good keep, and it's a whole different dog almost,
Right.
So that
Well, but that ain't the same dog. You
yeah,
big dog me. That's a
yeah,
different dog.
yeah, exactly. One I seen, he went at 48 pounds, and even back then, with my little experience, he wasn't no 48-pound dog. He was a lot smaller, and he won. Didn't look good. His owner really didn't like him. He gave him to his friend. Well, his friend did him at the right weight, and he beat a 2-time winner. Looked good. He was a good dog, man. Something like that.
Hey, that's a big part too, is getting that right weight, man.
Yeah.
Cause that's like fighting in different divisions, like light heavyweight and the heavyweight, two different motherfuckers.
Exactly.
So your dog's supposed to be a light heavyweight. You got him at heavyweight. He really winning on gameness,
Yeah.
But you put him at his right weight, you're gonna really see, okay, this motherfucker got some talent too.
Yeah.
Okay, he could bite a little bit too. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Grand Champion Buck is a good example. His first couple they did him like at 51.
Yeah, way too big.
Yeah, and
what was he, like a 46?
Yeah. When STP got him, he went like 46, 47. So yeah, that could, I'm not saying he looked bad at that weight, but that wasn't his proper weight. And it
was harder for him to get over on those too.
Yeah,
like, God damn, you got me in here with these big old motherfuckers, man. What the
fuck? Yeah. See that a lot,
But you got to be a conditioner to really know that too, though. Like some people, he might have been 55 on the chain, so he might have wanted to do him at 51. He wasn't comfortable with taking them down like STP did, the right way, and still be strong and healthy,
Yeah, true.
5-pound differential, but he went on to win fucking 5 or 6 more.
Yeah, he did. 7-time winner.
Yeah, see,
be a grand champion Sandman for his last, and survive.
Went on to tell the tale.
Zachariah got a question. He says, "What's a good sign you have too many dogs?"
When you fucking feeding cat food and spaghetti and shit.
Yeah. Well, you can't take care of them properly.
Yeah.
Cat food.
Yeah. For real.
Alpo out of a can and shit.
Yeah, man. You can't. That's when you got too many. Like my motto, and I always say this: if you could afford to feed 3 dogs, only feed 2. That way you give yourself a buffer in case anything go wrong. And the more dogs you get, always keep that buffer. Always feed 1 less than you can afford to feed. And you'll always, be able to feed good premium food. But if you just got a bunch of dogs and your money ain't right, it's not fair to you, the dogs, nothing. You're not going to see the best out your dogs. You can feed them human food all day, but they need way different nutrients than our human asses need.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like they could eat a raw chicken. We eat a raw chicken, we going to the hospital. You feel me? So keep that shit in mind. Only feed, 1 less than you can afford to feed. So if you could afford to feed 12, only feed 11, maybe 10. And your dogs will be fucking better for it. You got to take no shortcuts when you do that.
Yeah, I think like somebody in the chat said, Ryan Jackson said, when you start hating to feed them, you know what I'm saying? When you get to the point where it's time to feed the dogs, you're like, man, fuck them dogs. All that shit. That's when you got too many fucking dogs. You know what I mean? So you back in that super chat. Salute, family. Appreciate you. He said, thanks for y'all answers. Be blessed. Salute, man. Appreciate it. Let's see who else we have here. Somebody else asked a question. Let me see here. Somebody say,
yeah, Corvino, he had some good Henry dogs. That's what somebody in the chat said. I had some good Corvino dogs when I lived in Chicago, man. I wish I could still get them motherfuckers. That was so long ago. That was in the 90s.
Yeah, that was Corvino country.
Yeah,
The guys out
good
here,
fucking dogs.
Yeah, the guys out here, Indian Sonny, Mexican Dan, they got somebody, I don't know which one, but they got out. Is called Altiers Tim. He was a Corvino dog. They crossed that with the Bolio and what was it? Bolio. It was Borleo, Corvino, and Eli. That's what it was. Those are some good dogs, you know. Old school stuff, man. You don't see dogs like that. Rugged, tough. You know.
Man, them Corvino dogs, you could hit the motherfuckers with a truck and
Yeah.
put them back on the chain. They'd be all right.
Yeah. They'd be like, bring that truck back. I'll whoop his ass.
Yeah, I'm finna pop the tires now. I already been at the front.
Yeah.
Give me them tires now, bitch.
Thank you, love.
Yeah, them old Corvino dogs are real good, rugged dogs. Game as fuck. And they had a lot of mouth. Like, thick bones, them was the dogs to have back in the day.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Wordless asked the question, should a good dog man be in shape? If he's not, should you question his stock? It depends on what kind of dog man you're talking about. You talking about a conditioner, a handler? Like what you talking about?
Man, hell no. Some of the fattest motherfucking laziest motherfuckers I know are out shape. Yo, good dog walking ass. For real. It's some big old fat motherfuckers that you like, God damn, you put them in how? Man, this motherfucker get in there and fast hand Eddie your ass and everything.
Shit. You know, like motherfucker, I'm gonna tell you something. To go into what Ram was talking about, you look at champion Terrence Crawford. Look at his trainer Bomac. Bomac big. Bomac well over 300 pounds, and Bomac trained champion. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about boxing. You know what I'm saying? And Bomac whoop your ass too.
Oh yeah, Bomac. Yeah, they put Hands Across America on your ass. He fat and greasy than a motherfucker. Fuck you up though. And he trained top shelf fighters, and they can't whoop them.
Yeah, those big guys, they you know, we used to say when the dog's in keep, we're in keep, because you know, mine was natural work and it's physical work and all that. But those guys figure out a way to work dogs where it's not so physical for them, you know, like Bobby Smith, you know, from Arizona, Smith and Walton, you know. He was probably 6'1", 450 pounds. He had quick hands, but he was just a big dude, man, and he had several champions. Big Brad was the same way.
Yep, you know? Big old motherfucker.
Yeah. So
big offensive lineman built motherfucker.
Yeah.
Come in there right on time with the dog, never under or over, right on the money, and they hopping over the wall on your ass with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you kind of gotta be mindful of that, because them big motherfuckers will box you out and everything.
Yeah, that's true. So that's not really a standard. It's just, I think people might look at it like, "Hey, Dad. Hey, babe.
Hello.
What up?"
People want, they might get the impression that, you know, if the guy's big, he's lazy or something, you know, which could be the case, but it's not with real dog guys, not with real conditioners. They figure out a way to do it. And even in their yard, they just might hire help to clean up for them and like that. Bobby always had someone there, you know, helping them, you know. So I could see how they might make that connection. You know, if you big and fat, then you lazy, you don't take care of your dog.
Oh yeah, Big Nate Newton played for the Cowboys. Yeah, he was a handler and a conditioner.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of last time when we were talking about that.
Yeah,
Dallas Cowboys.
Yep. Yeah. There was a couple Cowboys from back in the day that was dog men.
Yeah. Yep. Like I said, all walks of life. You know, there's even been gangsters, even lightweight champion You can look him up. I mentioned him before. Ad Walgas. There's
Yep.
a picture of him. There's a picture of him handling a dog in a pit from way back in the probably 1910s, 1920s. So they all,
Fucking doctors, lawyers.
yeah, all kinds of shit. You know, people from all
Motherfucking
walks
old
of life
Gaboon was the
appreciate it.
sheriff.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
he was.
he wrote the Cajun rules.
Yeah, exactly. Gaboon Trahan. Yeah,
Hooten, he was the sheriff at one point.
yeah, he was too. Yeah, all through his life. You know.
Yep.
Until he got into trouble, but yeah, he was too. Some guys I know, they're prison guards and regular police, you know, like that. You know, some are even not. I don't think I know any doctors, but I know a couple of guys that were nurses, and a lot of vet techs, and you know, casino. What do they call the people that handle the money in the casino? Not a concierge, but there's a name.
What you call not the underboss. I'm thinking the mafia shit.
Yeah. But it's like that. Yeah, one guy he worked for a casino. You know, just lawyers and shit, all kinds of stuff. Even back in the day, one of the reasons why we didn't have problems with pit bulls when I was younger is because Judge Brown here, he was a pit bull fancier, so to speak. So he don't really care what people did with their pit bulls. That wasn't on his agenda, you know. After he retired, then it became a problem. But he was a what do you call it when you go up for felonies? You know,
the parole board.
No. He's a you know, not a traffic court judge or something like, you know, one of the superior court judge. That's what he was. Superior
okay.
Court judge. Yeah, Judge Brown. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He liked his pit bulls too.
Judge Brown, a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the pit bull is the best dog, man.
That's why. They see
Somebody asked what I run in my Challenger before I rebuilt the engine and shit. A 965, but it was in, you know, wintertime DA and shit. So yeah, but in the summertime though, usually around a 10, 10-1, you know, because it's hot as fuck out here.
Yeah.
And that play a part. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, now that it's rebuilt and all that shit, you know, who knows how fast it's gonna be now.
Yeah.
I say it'll be faster than a 965 though.
Yeah. I see people they be putting ice, you know, when it's hot, they be putting ice bags on their superchargers or stuff like that.
But you know, Dodge is so smooth with it, they just put a inner chiller with it, so you know you can cut it set to your AC and it'll run cool air to your shit.
There you go.
Cool it off. You know, that's, you know, one of the factors when it's Mopar, no car. You feel me?
Modern technology. Yeah.
Yeah, but you could buy that same type of setup though and put it on any car. It's just a killer chiller. That's all, chilling system.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I go turbo. You don't need that shit with a turbo.
Right.
Hey Ram, why don't you give us a disclaimer?
Hey man, salute to everybody who showed up, man. All the usual suspects. Again, it's the weekend, so everybody be cool and stay safe. None of this shit is intended for or should be used for any illegal purposes. We just here to keep the breed going and help, you know, how we can help. We ain't no active dog, man. None of that shit, man. And if you is, man, keep that shit offline. For real, because people is watching. Other than that, man, salute to everybody who showed up. And shit, y'all be cool, man. Stay safe. Try to till next week, man. Do some real nigga shit, whatever it is, man. You don't gotta post it or nothing, just do it. You know, get back on that man time, whether it's helping a motherfucker move or it's keeping your goddamn word. Get back on that type of time. We need more fucking grown men out here to raise up the next generation. Like, I can't be everybody big homie, and I literally am, you know, because they big homies suck. So get back, if you know, the big homie age, get back on that type of time. And if you're the young homie age, get on that time now, so when it's your turn to be the big homie, you know what to do. You feel me?
Yes, indeed, man. And you know, just to let y'all know again, once again, this is all for entertainment and historical purposes. If you hear me talking about anything on this motherfucker that you might even deem to be illegal, understand that this is all for entertainment. I give zero fucks about a faceless person on YouTube with a screen name. I don't give a fuck about a person, that person. You know what I'm saying? You can't send me no pid, and I'm a vouch for you. You can't do it. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I've been there in the real world where people are fucking rats and snitches. So y'all can save all that fake shit for somebody else. This is the internet. Y'all have a good time. Enjoy your dogs. Be safe. Don't do nothing illegal. Okay? You know what I mean? Dog fighting is stupid at this point. You know what I mean? Just go out there and enjoy your bulldogs, man. Enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Have a good, clean life, man. Do the right thing, you know? That's what we talking about out here. You know what I mean? Mr. Make sure y'all go sign up. Check out Mr. Garcia on Facebook. Get that registry.
Hit up. Oh yeah. How much is the shipping? I just PayPal you the shipping because I gave you the wrong address on them last ones. That was my bad.
Right. I already sent them out.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know what it was. My mom. Hey, mom. My wife handles that. You know that. Don't worry about it. We're good.
All right, right on, bro. I
appreciate the
man. It's scrolling across the bottom. Hit that registry up if you want your shit registered. I'm telling you, the shit is dope, man. For real.
Yeah. And I try.
Did you want to do the website or no? Cause I asked my boy about it. I just forgot to tell you last week. It's not even that expensive or hard to do.
Yeah. No.
If you want to get a website.
No, I appreciate it, but I'm just too busy, and I'm
all
not
right.
technically, that way. It's more that I'm busy, but I appreciate it, man. If I ever come, maybe when I get old and feeble, I'll do it, or something like that. But,
all right, the offer is still staying in.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And if anybody want to register their dog, just hit me up on Facebook Messenger, Richard Garcia, or email me all small letters, Richard J Garcia 60 at gmail.com. I'll handle it quick, man. We're pretty fast, we get it done and get it out. People, for me, it's all customer service. Whatever it is, whatever I sell, whatever, I don't care whether it's sticks, books, reprints, old magazines, t-shirts, whatever, man. Customer service is number one with me.
Sir. And I definitely tell y'all, man, good quality stuff, man, from Schoolboys Registry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the future, when I do breed my dogs, you know what I mean, and I sell the puppies and shit, you gonna be getting that paperwork. Cause I ain't fucking with all my dogs do a register, but I ain't fucking with the mother motherfucker. That shit don't even make no sense at this point.
Yeah.
So y'all fuck with Schoolboy Joint.
Safety first. And I appreciate it. Salute to everybody, and we'll see you guys soon, man.
What you talking about, Ari Nixon? It's not fair to take sides, my boy, but the dope show. What you talking, bro? No. See, you still don't get it, my man. You don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you something without saying it publicly. You know what I'm saying? I told you already that these people are watching the show. So if you still saying shit, knowing that these people are watching the show, and I'm telling you, it's in paperwork, these shows, your comments be in paperwork, and you still saying illegal shit, then I don't trust you. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't trust you because either you're stupid or you're purposely trying to get somebody in some shit. I'm trying to tell you something without saying it. You know what I mean? I've seen this. YouTube is in paperwork for dog man right now. So when you and I tried to say this before, when dudes making videos talking about, oh, who's real? This guy's not real. Like, bro, stay away from the motherfuckers. It's open cases out here. And everybody's still trying to prove themselves on the internet. I don't understand why.
Hey, what he's saying, the fans watching. Keep that shit down. You feel me?
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, bro. They watching this shit, bro. It's not a game. It's for real. I got two choices. Either I can stop doing this show, and it's pointless. Now I'm gonna be bored, the motherfucker. I can't talk about dogs, right? Or I can do the show and inform people that it's the police is out here, bro. They in the chat. They own the dog forums, all of that stuff. So if you got something to lose, then protect yourself. That's what I'm telling you. I mean you should be thinking.
Yeah, ain't no side sticking. We just saying If a motherfucker ain't doing nothing, he's showing that shit in the positive light, nigga, that's good. You know, we need all the positivity we can get, because he ain't lying. It is motherfuckers' names and videos all in the motherfucking paperwork. You feel me? And they ain't even trying to be, but you working for the state and don't even know it type shit. You feel me?
Exactly. They out here, bro. They getting all this free information. Like, they ain't got to go question nobody. They just getting free shit. Like, hey, you know, they having a field day. Like, yeah, okay, this guy says this. Yeah, he says this. He says that. All right, you know, man, I'm telling you, I know this for a fact, bro. I ain't making shit up. I'm telling you. But anyway, we finna chop it up in the background. We'll holler at y'all in a minute. Tune in next week for another episode of Games I'll Talk. Y'all be safe out there, man. Don't be drinking and driving this weekend, man. Get drunk in the house, man. We up out